Alright, it's still snow on the ground. It's really cold out. Super glad that we undercoated this truck before we got covered in salt. If you didn't watch that video, go check it out, but this stuff's been holding up pretty good. That's that wool wax. Alright guys, so today it is January 22nd, I think. 22nd or 23rd. It is still cold out. All my projects, everybody keeps telling me they want to wait till the spring. And the other half of my projects are all waiting on permits. Like, I have a lot of good paying jobs coming up, and it is aggravating. Because Massachusetts, I don't know how it is in the state that you live in, but Massachusetts is a little ridiculous with their red tape, I would call it. So everything's tied up. I've had jobs get sent back for revisements and, like, I don't know. I don't get into that part. The builders tell me about it, and they're like, you know, whatever. It's just red tape and BS. You know, I'd like to move. I'm actually thinking about moving out of here, but for now, we are going to help my buddy James with the septic system that he has going on. He called me yesterday and he said, is there any way you could swing by this job and check it out and see if you can get your triaxle up the hill? And I went there. It's really steep and it was covered in snow and everything, and I told him I don't think it'll back up this hill. So I bought my triaxle for fuel efficiency, not so much backing in and out of, you know, construction sites. I bought it as an on-road transportation of materials to the job, not as a site truck for on the job. Around here, like, most of the site trucks for on the job would be more like a 10-wheeler with heavy geared rears. We're gonna use James's little red 6-wheeler because that thing, we think it's geared extremely low, and he's had it on other jobs and that thing goes up and down hills, no problem. Now, his driver's out, so I said, I'll just drive your truck for you. All right, so we just got here. This is his truck. I really like this truck. He wanted to sell this truck. I don't know why. I think it's super useful. It's really low geared. He uses it on site all the time. He has no problem getting around job sites in the soft dirt. So I'm just gonna tie these up a little bit more so they're not hanging. Because we got a hook there. Yeah, we got a hook. Didn't even see that hook. All right. Get this. Like so. All right. I'm gonna make a phone call and see if he wants me to go directly to the job, haul something out, or go get stone first. All right. So this is a Spicer 7-speed. This is a clutch transmission. Whoa. Guess it's not, because geez, my foot was on. All right, well, you got to push it all the way to the floor. This might need an adjustment, or I need a longer leg. Probably just need a longer leg. Let me move the seat forward. Oh no. Don't tell me this is a seatbelt screamer. Alright, let me get situated. Look at that old 359. They've had that forever, since I was a kid. So we just come out of the double wash stone bin. I gotta get on the scale here. Where I live, they do stone inspections. So the town will come out and look at the stone in the back of the truck. So it's gotta sit on the truck till 11. I got the GPS going in my ear. I've only been to this job once yesterday. Whoa. Use the clutch, dummy. Sometimes this thing, it's weird. Like sometimes it wants the clutch, some shifts I'll have the clutch to the floor, it don't want it. Double clutch it, it still don't want it. Then I'll try it without it, and then it takes it. So, I don't know. We'll just feel it out. A lot of these roads look familiar. I think I paved that road when I worked for the paving company. A few years back, I worked for the road paving company that was based out of this town. I'll work for anybody if they got money. I don't really care, to be honest with you. Like in the winter time and stuff. I think we paved this neighborhood too. Looks familiar. I used to like doing milling though. Work with the milling. I like the kid that ran the milling machine. He was a good dude. And that's what it's about, working with people that are... I think I could go this way. Working with people that are, you get along with and you just like going to work. So, the dude that ran the milling machine, I really liked working with him. The paving crew wasn't bad either, to be honest with you. I'm actually still friends with a lot of those guys, but the owner of the company and I are pretty good friends too, so I try not to burn any bridges. Alright. They're gonna have to move that truck, but I think this has to sit on the... There's the driveway. I didn't think that my truck would fit up that driveway. Whoa, we're rolling. Turn. Still rolling a little. All right. Put it in gear. This is a steep neighborhood. I don't think the camera does justice. But we're facing up a hill, then that's up a hill, so yeah, it looks like they salted it. All right, let's go see what he's doing. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty steep. I don't know, I probably could have got up here, but it was all icy and stuff. We didn't want to take a chance. So, yeah. There wouldn't have been enough room anyways, because you see right there, I can't drive on the neighbor's yard, so I couldn't with the triaxle do one of these to get a run and start. And even if I didn't need a run and start, it's kind of tight right there. It's real small. You know, if that driveway was lined up with that, but even still, if you go in a neighbor's driveway, now all of a sudden it's got a crack on the end. Now they're suing you for it. So that's why we don't go on other people's property. Because they sue you over everything. James!
Hello, you two.
How's it going? What have you been up to? Here's your ticket.
I've been up to this fun.
Hey, why don't you tell the people, because everybody's always asking how you're doing. Why don't you tell them, quick update. What's going on with James? Because I see you got a new excavator.
Yep. Got another one coming. Got a 325 showing up this week. So same busy. Still doing probably 70% residential, 30% commercial.
Nice.
So,
what is this machine? 315F, right?
this I don't think it's an F anymore. It's a 315 next gen.
Oh, next gen. So they're not calling it an F anymore. I have run that. It is really nice. It's perfect for this.
Perfect septic machine.
So you got a 325 next gen coming.
Yep.
And you sold our mutual friend bought your 317.
Yep.
Nice.
When I first started, and we've talked about it, I didn't really think I'd like these zero tail machines. Thought they were super unbalanced, but I mean, they've been honestly a game changer. So I was like, this size has been great for the backyard septic, and I got the bigger one for more of the commercial stuff.
So
my guys beat the crap out of the counterweight on the 317, so.
Yeah.
But it happens.
It happens.
They're here to make money, right?
Well, the 317 for these little backyard jobs is significantly, and to be honest with you, after looking at yours, I think my next machine, when I like upgrade or whatever, is going to be one of these, zero turn, because my guys are kids, my 2 sons, so they're not super experienced. So I would like to, at some point, walk away from the job, be able to leave, and not be like, watch out for this, watch out for that. So I think this would be perfect.
It's got the blade, kind of mixed thoughts on the blade. Sometimes I think it gets in the way, but it's nice for like septics to be able to rough backfill and not have both machines, you know?
Yeah, it's like one of these things, like when you have it, you're like, I don't need it. And then when you don't have it, you're like, geez, I wish I had it. The only thing about blades that gets me is when you are traveling that way with the blade in the back. Let's say you're going between a house or a gate.
Yeah, if you're not paying attention.
You gotta pay attention, you gotta be aware. So, but however, I also like the fact that
you can move so it's not as loud.
you don't need, on this machine, you don't need a double wide, I'm just gonna call it a double wide permit. It's called like a different, its technical name is something different. I don't really care. We've always...
Yeah, so the 325 that's coming, is I think 33-inch tracks. So I think that is going to be wide.
The 325 is definitely going on the low bed.
Yeah. So,
But this one here...
Yeah, this is perfect for a tag.
Tag trailer, yep.
Which will hopefully be the plan in the summer when my truck comes in. But.
Oh, you getting a new truck? I already know, but tell the people.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
Got a new international triaxle. Dealer seems pretty good here. Price was really hard to beat. So, but like all trucks, it's still 8-month lead time.
Yeah, I did look at the spec sheet.
We've talked about it.
Yeah.
I've been looking for a used truck forever.
Well, look,
you know, you found the diamond in the rough. I just don't have the time to travel and look, you know. And it seems like everybody in New England wants, you know, $100 grand for something that needs a new frame, has 500,000 miles.
Yeah,
probably needs a new body. So I was like, you know what?
Remember the truck we went and looked at?
If it's a Peterbilt or a Kenworth, forget it.
He set up this meeting with these guys that he's friends with. I think you're friends with them, right? Or you know them? Yeah. And we go there. They weren't even there yet. I walked up to it, grabbed the frame, walked back to the truck. I go, all right, where are we getting lunch? Yep. Every truck here was trashed, frame rails. It's just the northeast salt and the weather. So, yeah, you got a deep one here, huh? It's not super deep.
Yeah. Just the way that the tank was coming out. We already got the tank in. But
that is
beach stands per usual.
Well, the beach is over there. Did we pave this neighborhood with Mike? Up the road? Yeah. When I was coming in here, everything looked familiar. I'm like, I think we paved this. For those of you that don't know, James and I used to work at the road paving company together years ago. So this whole area here, we've probably paved a ton of the roads in here. That is a nice machine. I think when it's time for me to upgrade.
Well, I just got the text from Milton Cat. The 325 is coming today.
Nice. Can we do a review on it?
Sure.
Everybody loves reviews. And since you're the only one buying new stuff, you're the only one.
I'm definitely not the only one.
Well, between the two of us, I'm an old junker guy. The other thing too about the truck, right? It's hard for you to go because you're not a mechanic. So you have to bring somebody with you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I know enough about trucks to look at one on my own. But if I had to bring somebody with me, I couldn't like book plane tickets for multiple people and stuff to like go look at a truck, and then what? You like, it's not the right one or something, and then the guy's got to fly back, and you're paying to fly a mechanic around the country. Yeah. I mean, even
I just don't have time to chase them down, honestly.
No.
Like to be honest, like usually this time of year, winter tends to be a little slower, but I think I'm going to be busier this winter than I was during the summer. So it's just,
it's weird too.
I'd love to take a vacation or go look at some trucks and kind of focus and more on the business development side, but it's just like go.
Well, you have to, because you know as well as I do with all the, I've told you all the jobs I have that are backed up on permits.
Yep.
So like while you have it, you better get it, because I'm sure you know you got to get after it, because after you finish this, your permits for something else might come through, and then it's go time on that. So the other thing about looking at trucks, it's kind of hard too, because not only do you have to bring a mechanic with you, but then if there's something like that the truck needs because it's a used truck, when you get it back, like, you have to have time to do that. Like, so I do all my own work, so it's okay for me, and I enjoy it. You're like, could care less about, you get no enjoyment out of working.
On the road making money. That's
yeah.
all you know what I mean? And I'm getting to that point. I mean, right, I haven't had a truck since, you know, I've started. I've got the 6-wheelers, which seem to be all right for septics, you know. But obviously being able to move your own equipment around, and when you need the bigger truck, obviously I've been hiring you out. I mean, I'm, you know, a lot of the bigger jobs you have to hire trucks out anyways, but just having a truck for convenience and to save a little money, you know, it's just, and all my employees have CDLs, and I have no CDL trucks, so it's kind of, it's like a waste, you know what I mean?
Well, they didn't when you hired them.
Yeah.
So you've been pretty good in helping your employees. I think you're pretty good at, I mean,
you have to be employee retentage. You can have all the brand new equipment and all the trucks in the world, but if you don't have the people to do the work, you know.
Well, they speak very highly of you, even though, I mean, they'd never speak bad of you to me anyways. But yeah, you're only as good as your help, I guess.
Yeah. So, and you know, all my guys are fairly young, so I want them to grow.
Yeah.
With the company, you know.
It's good too, because then someday they could be like a manager or something.
Yeah, which would be great, you know. We also have talked about it. I come from the finance to get growing. You come from the, like, pay cash and be done with it, you know. So
yeah,
obviously take a lot of risks, you know, but to me, like, I'm trying to grow as much as we can. So
I think risks, and I've told you before on this too, just because my opinion is cash, and I mean, I tell you all the time, go ahead, finance it. Yeah. You're young enough. Yeah. So it's not like I'm telling you, oh, do like I do. I'm telling you, like, go after it, dude. It's working for you. Like, go finance whatever, get it done while you're young, because when you get my age and you have a house and wife and kids and stuff, it's
different.
It's totally different. It puts a different mindset on you. All right, enough jibber jabber, let's get to work. Okay, so the inspector was here. She just inspected the stone, and she says it's okay and it passes. I don't know what this person's doing over here. I'm not sure what the hell is going on. There is a lady in the street just standing there. What are we doing? People are so weird nowadays. She's been standing there. Maybe she's on that trank. What's that new drug? Trank. I mean, how long are we gonna stand there? Whatever. Weirdos. Anyways. No problem. All right, well, I was talking to those ladies for a minute. Gotta make nice with the neighbors if you're gonna disturb the peace. I don't know. I think maybe the triaxle could have made it up there. I don't know. This truck's really low geared. See, you had to put some salt down. I came here yesterday with the pickup. I was about here, and then I started sliding down. So Corey, nobody's met you yet.
What's up? I'm Corey.
How you like working for James?
I love working for James.
All right, so he's just scooping the stone out of the back. That's where she's going. It is H20 rated. because of the depth. The engineers want it reinforced concrete, like they have rebar and wire and all kinds of extra stuff in there. Usually we put these under driveways, they're rated for you to drive over. But one of my engineers has told me whenever it's deep, they want you to have the extra strength. I don't think it makes a difference, but who am I? I'm not an engineer, so do whatever they say. And it is a big hole. He had to dig it a lot wider than normal. Just so you have some room to work in there without cave-ins. They like to use the smooth bucket so the teeth don't go through the bed of the truck. Works out pretty good. I don't have a smooth bucket for my big machine. I think when I go to get a new machine someday, I'm gonna stick with Cat, because the other dealers in our area that I've dealt with, I'm not real happy with them. I like Komatsu machines a lot, but I don't like the dealership. They were supposed to do some work on my small machine and they kind of jerked me around and then tried to sell me a new one, which is aggravating because that's not what I wanted. This is some beautiful stuff. I mean, as far as like soil goes, it doesn't get any better than this. I mean, look at that. It's mostly sand with a tiny bit of silt in it, so it'll pack. So you can see like how it's a little more orange in some areas. That's when you're digging it up, a little bit of the top clay layer, the B layer, gets mixed in with it, and it makes awesome backfill for like garages and stuff. So if this has to come out of here, I don't know how much is coming out of here, but I told him if this has to come out of here, you should keep it. But all right, I just got loaded again. Tarp out. Let's see, tarp out. Yeah, we're going out. I got loaded twice today, and I don't know what it is with these loader operators, but it's just like I'm backed all the way up to the bin. Just hang the bucket off the back. Shouldn't be getting stone hitting my windshield. It's like coming down the windshield. It's like, that's the second time that's happened today. 2 different places too, so it's not one place. All right, so we cut that pipe. The plan for this one is not like the other ones. These don't butt together. They have this design with 4 feet of stone between, pipe between the 2 of them. These are both dead level with each other, same elevation. Pipe is a foot into that one, a foot into this one, according to plan. I have a different place we're getting stone from now, so the color's a little bit different. Color doesn't matter. All they want is it to be clean. When the inspector was here, she was touching the stone and moving it around in her hand and checking to see if it was clean. And it passed, and this stone passed. Also, we had a bucket of this also because we knew once we got to this town we were going to switch to the local place. So this is double washed 1.5 inches. Even though it's kind of hard to wash stone in the winter when all of the hoses and all the stuff freezes, so they have a stockpile of it for the winter, double washed. You only have to be up to the top of those holes. You don't have to be to the top of the pit, galley, chamber, whatever. Everybody always seems to call them different things. To me, a pit would be round. I don't know. Guess it doesn't matter, does it? They all do the same thing. Drain water. So for those of you that don't know septic systems, these only drain water. There's no doo-doo making it out to here. So it goes from the tank separates the liquid, the gray water, from the solids. From there it goes to the D box, which is distribution box. And what that does is that evenly distributes the water to each one of these. Depending on how it's designed, sometimes I've seen them where they only go into one and they flow over to the other one if they get heavy usage. They're all different. And it always depends on the engineer who designs it. You could have a house here that gets all of this, and then you could have the house next door that gets a plastic set of infiltrators. Or you could have a house, I've seen some places where you have a house next door that has a raised system, because that engineer did it different, and they say the water's high over there. It's literally like, I've seen that where one house literally next door gets a ugly raised system in the front yard and the house next door to it doesn't. I'm a firm believer it depends on the engineer who designs it, because sometimes you get on these ones and you're like thinking it's in the same neighborhood, it's in the same soil, it should all be the same, but they never are. Okay, so I think the plan that we're gonna do today is finish stoning this one. There's one more, and then we got to secure the job site for the night. Can't leave it like this. All right, that's it for today. He's got to move some of this fill out of the way. They're gonna secure the job site. I'm gonna take off now, and not gonna be able to get the other one in there. So say goodbye, James, because I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. All right, so temperature's dropping, end of the day. Let's take this slow because I can't even see the driveway. Oh, looks like we got some salt on it, some more salt. I'm just gonna come down here slow. There's also wires right there too. So, all right. Okay. Made it, no problems. I like it.